Alright, so let's start with our lovely protagonist, Madoka. And yes, I am playing this with keyboard, not controller, because I cannot get controller to work. Please help me. So, Madoka, use bow. This game is a beat 'em up, so you've got heavy and light attacks. Madoka's light attack is the bow that fires multiple bullets. Excuse me for... Okay. Twitch was being a bit weird. Her heavy attack is a piercing shot. Very useful, but if you want to play Madoka, ideally, you want to alternate between these two types. Because both of them have 3 phases of charge, but if you do heavy attack first, when you do the light one, you'll be partially charged already. Small detail, but can be useful to know. Especially for maximizing your damage and keeping enemies at bay. In earlier difficulties of this game, you won't really need to do this. The piercing shot is really all you need for taking care of most enemies. However, what Madoka's light attack has that her heavy attack doesn't is that she has directional variance. There we go. Try to use some more directional shots to hit these aerial enemies. And I mean, we are going up some stairs, so some aiming would be nice. Of course, if you're suspended in the air if you start either of these moves in the air. So if you just want to attack straight, you can. They're just lining these guys up for me. So the charge won't directly affect your damage for the light attack. It's mostly about how many projectiles you fire. However, for the charge attack, for the piercing shot, your damage will be affected, I'm pretty sure. If not, just the piercing power of it. But I'm pretty sure it's just damage. Let's use Madoka's special attack, which I have not demonstrated. Get rid of all these targets above you. Arrow rain can be very useful for focusing on a large group around you, or for just dealing with aerial enemies. But you don't want to throw it out all the time. Because this game has a trade-off mechanic when it comes to your special attacks. So let's see, is there a rush here? No, this is just, no there is. Okay. So let's just attract these enemies over here. Or something. Whoops, I accidentally paused the game, somehow. Not exactly the best demonstration, but... Well, I guess that's the demonstration of the risk, at least. I'll just show it. So whenever you use one of these attacks, part of your health bar turns blue. If you take damage when your health bar is blue, that part is converted to red, which is what normally happens when you take damage. And so, if you take a hit after you've done a magic attack, you might be in for more trouble than you really wanted. These guys are obnoxious, just gonna say that. That was surprisingly effective. On the other hand, not that effective there. Not fast enough. Although, okay, I'm gonna pull another one of these because it is getting crowded. I am taking some unnecessary damage, but this is... I'll be fine. You probably should just be using your charge shot there. Much safer. Just don't get surrounded, really. These, like, small little guys are pretty annoying for the first level. Obviously, you can wait them out, but, like, if you want to rush ahead, you gotta either do the damage, kill them before they show up, which is not always the easiest thing to do. Like, there's a guy that's on the ground. I can't hit him. And they do transform pretty quickly if you don't attack them first. And I'll just kill this guy with Arrow Rain. Okay, at least I didn't miss entirely. I did not mean to do that. This is the pitfall of using keyboard controls. I'm not entirely used to it. I would much prefer a controller, but I don't seem to have that luxury. So we want to get rid of the big guys here, and well, we did. And by we, I mean me. So I guess I have to explain the keyboard controls, which I definitely haven't been doing. First boss, Gertrude. So Z is your light attack, X is your heavy attack, C is your jump, you can double jump, and then A is your special, which in my case is Arrow Rain. Not a fan of that. Yeah! Don't want to get crushed. Hey Gertrude, come here. Wait, actually, I'm going to stay away from you. Because Gertrude is going to do her giant scissors attack. And I don't want to be near her when she does that. You going to do the attack again? She might do the giant scissors attack. Fortunately, she's got a blind spot behind her, so not the biggest deal. I guess I'll do that. Let's... Okay, we're good. Gertrude was defeated and left Grief Seed. Well, you know what they say. Kill witches, get Grief Seeds. Yep. That is what they say. Definitely not something else at all. No. Let us resume. On to stage 2. We've got some mice in nurse outfits for some reason. I mean, let's be honest, Madoka Magica is weird. But like, a good kind of weird. And like that, they have all died. So this area is interesting, in that I am not looking the right way. Quite interesting indeed. That it's an actual maze, sort of. In Madoka Magica, the places that you fight witches in are called labyrinths. And so, very appropriate that one of them is, well, an actual maze. Piercing shots really good, because it one-shots these guys. And I mean, if you can kill an enemy in one shot, why do anything else besides that? Lose half your health because you missed your special attack. Nah, it happens. So the maze part of this game, or this level, is separated into two parts, and we're in the second part. Now what actually happens in these maze areas is you get two doors. In the first half, both of them will take you forward, but one will take you forward further than the other. So while you're not going to be getting yourself lost and going in circles, there are ways of efficiency of how to go through this maze. The second half of this maze, which I'm in, is not as forgiving. Some doors will actually take you backwards, and so you might find yourself in familiar corridors, and hopefully you don't find yourself staying in familiar corridors for too long. I hope I don't have to show off that mechanic yet. Alright. I guess we're showing off the mechanic, because I got reckless, and I'm admittedly a bit rusty. I didn't really practice for this game, and it's been months since I last played it. And by months, I mean probably about a year. So anyway, while there are more efficient ways to get to the maze, the strategy that I use is always take the left door, except when you get into the room with the big mice things. Then you want to take the right door. I don't know if there are any tells otherwise that tell you if you picked the right room or which door is correct. As far as I'm concerned, you basically just have to know it, which is fine. This is a game that is very replayable, in my opinion. I mean, it might get old after a while, but this is definitely a replayable game. Because it's a short game, and short games are always the replayable ones. So now we're at the donut room! Or the sweets room, because it's got a cake! That was not very sweet of you, little whatever the crap you are. Oh yeah, something else to note, which is going to be useful here a bit, is that Madoka's arrows actually go through terrain. So if you want to just, like, keep cover, you can. Very useful. That hitbox is not as big as I would like it to be, but I suppose it's fine. Yeah, 50 damage? That's all I need. I don't even need to charge this all the way. That missed all of them, how? Also, I'm just gonna say, these mice are actually kind of obnoxious enemies. The way that they jump, and how long they have an active attacking hitbox, is kind of obnoxious. Enemies in here don't have active contact hitboxes, because it's a beat 'em up. But, you know, when you're doing a body blow, it is kind of obnoxious. Because it's not clear? Anyway, it's Charlotte. She's really small. And she doesn't even attack you. Wow, she's weak. I'm just gonna beat her up. And look at that, Charlotte's done. Easiest boss. Okay, I lied. And because Charlotte is so big, just like Gertrude, as long as you're being careful about the normal enemies in here, you should be fine. The arrow rain attack is the best. Also, make sure you don't get hit by any of the jumping attacks. That might get you caught off guard. The biting is also a bit frustrating. Oh, okay, no, you didn't go off into the sky. Also, is it just me, or is Charlotte actually look like a giant, like, sushi roll? Or one of those really long sushi things. I don't remember what they're called. So you generally want to be up high if you want to avoid Charlotte's bite, because then you can just go above Charlotte, whereas going through Charlotte can work, but you might get yourself in harm's way by doing that. Charlotte has like two main bite attacks, kind of. There's the charge bite that you just saw. Charlotte also has a tendency to bite 3 times in a row, which she's not doing, but I'm not complaining, because this should be the end. Just barely, because she dodged out of the way. Well, let's finish her off the correct... Nope. Alright, I guess that's another mechanic I have to bring up. If you don't have enough health to use your magic, you can't use it. You know, because that makes sense. Charlotte was defeated and left Graveseed. Onwards to stage 3. This is a stage that, while not hard for every character, there are some characters that I do particularly fear playing this stage for. We will get to that when we get to it, though. Right now, you gotta deal with this ambush with these little angel things. Probably the best way to deal with them is to just get aligned with them and fire. It does put you in harm's way because their only method of attacking you is by attacking you from the side. But if you can attack them before they attack you, then who cares? Also, these guys are jerks because they can also pass through terrain. That's breaking the rules. Okay, so I kind of lied about them only being able to attack you from the side. There are some that can attack you in different ways, which we should see in this room. These jerks. Some of these larger angel minions will drop televisions on you, and it is not appreciated. This place is also obnoxious because it is one of the only levels in the game to have bottomless pits. If you fall into a... Nice demonstration! If you fall into a bottomless pit, you will be auto-revived as if you died. I don't know if the punishment for reviving from a pitfall is the same as dying traditionally, but nonetheless, you want to avoid doing that. If you take damage, your soul limit will drain faster than it does normally. And if you revive, then it will drain even faster than normal. So, it's a good idea to, well, you know, avoid getting hit. That's not good. you don't actually have to kill the big ones in these ambush rooms unless they specifically show up for the ambush. The big ones in there, you can kill them, and it makes things easier for you, but they're not necessary. So now we got a new hazard. The TVs that have blank screens will periodically alternate between being electrified and not. So don't touch them. Alright, this guy's off screen. But he's dead now. The guys with the TVs in this room will instead fire shocks at you, rather than dropping them on you. And also in case it... Wow, I did not get hit somehow. In case it isn't obvious, the bigger ones have more durability, as was the case in the other area. Something good about Madoka is since I can do this indefinitely, you know, I can just hover right above these electrified TVs. Not everybody has that, unfortunately, for them. So, if you're Madoka, you want to stay off the ground as much as possible. So, yeah, Madoka's good at that. I think the X versus Z attack thing might be intentional. If it's a glitch, it definitely adds more depth to her, this is true. So, this... ah, shoot. Alright. So, Ellie, or Kirsten, has an interesting gimmick for her fight, unlike the other two. So, there are 4 screens. The one that has the girl in it is the actual boss that you need to attack. The one with the angels, periodically summoning the angels. The ones with lightning bolts, periodically summon lightning bolts that go out radially. This is not a pit. And the exclamation point ones, I'll see if I can show it off. Come on, it's right there. They will counterattack you if you attack them. So, they can be kind of obnoxious, but, I think the angel ones are actually kind of the most obnoxious on higher difficulties. So, that's just my opinion. I am surprised none of those hit me. Anyway, when there aren't really many of the other ones around, kind of are just safe to do whatever. And by that I mean pull out your special. If Ellie is ever on the top with Madoka, then your special will do numbers. I am not doing very well, but I don't like being overwhelmed by just angels. Fortunately, the lightning ones will not counterattack me. Alright, let's finish this. I am disappointed that didn't kill, and I can't use it. So I'll just do that. Yeah, Ellie was a witch that didn't stick around for long, but yeah, they definitely didn't have a lot to work with. On to stage 4. Oh, I need to have my good drink. Yeah, I think they do taste different depending on which one you pick. So, the gimmick for this area is combat. That might sound kind of lame, but that's what this one is. And honestly, I think because of how the enemies work in this level, Madoka actually kind of struggles a bit. The problem is, well, for Madoka, the problem is that you can only damage the enemies by hitting them in the head. That is their only part that that can take damage. So, because you have like these narrow shots, and because they kind of go just below their heads normally, it's kind of difficult with Madoka. It's not the worst, but you still do have the arrow rain. At least you can keep a distance with Madoka because she's a projectile character. And, you know. Come on. One more hit. There you go. That was the one more hit. So now they're changing things up a little bit by making the terrain not be just flat. Got some hills to work with. This can be beneficial in Madoka's case because it means that the head that you might be aiming for might be in a better spot. Of course, it can also just make your shot hard to line up. That was definitely overkill, but I don't care. So the last fight was a mountain, now we're in a valley. They do try to mix it up a little bit. This is like one of the more simple stages when it comes to design, because as I said, this is basically a combat stage. Which might sound lame, but I mean, when everyone's favorite chapter in the 1,000-Year Door is the Glitz Pit, I don't know anymore. Also, as I just did there, you can jump cancel the arrow, the light attack. Can you stop teleporting? God, I hate this narrow shot in this area. And here we go. Now we have completely uneven terrain. Where, now we have the high ground and we have the low ground. Unfortunately, well maybe, I don't know. We can't reenact Star Wars. Sorry. Because they keep teleporting. I guess I should mention another weakness of Madoka, which should be a bit evident, but I haven't directly mentioned, is that Madoka's attacks are all charge attacks. So basically, if you want to get the best mileage out of Madoka, you have to charge attack. Whereas with other characters, it's not always that way. But to be fair, she also has this attack, which is probably the best special in the game. So maybe I shouldn't be complaining about the fact that Madoka's attacks might come out a little slow for maximum power. Because this attack certainly doesn't. Also, something you can try to do to mitigate any damage you might take during her special attack is to just float above the enemies. As long as you keep yourself in a safe place, you can just regen your lost health without much issue. Of course, I don't do that much because I am impatient and lazy. Whoops, wasn't facing the right way. Unfortunately, you cannot aim while you're charging. You have to press the direction before you press the attack button. Now stop burrowing. It's annoying. Here we go. I'm surprised we're not done, because I consider this one of the shorter stages. But I guess I sometimes forget how long the stage can be. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, I guess, since it hasn't been brought up, this is the only stage that uses the silhouette style. You know, everyone's favorite aspect of Donkey Kong Country, returns? Or is it Tropical Freeze? Or do they both do it? I don't know. But I don't know, it's definitely a cool aesthetic. Which, as you know, is a reference to the show, of course. Nice. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. Alright, come on. Stop burrowing! You guys are really obnoxious. That's honestly what makes these enemies kind of annoying. Is that they're like the only enemies that can just kind of do whatever. Like, all the other enemies had to like physically travel from one location to another. These guys can just burrow into the ground and pop up wherever they want. So it's kind of annoying for, you know, Madoka, who's not the best at hitting them. Alright, let's risk it all. Okay, what attack are you doing? Oh, god dang it! That one's not even that hard to dodge. That's a shame that I got hit by it. But oh well, no biggie. Alright, I'm gonna stay as far away from you as I can. That was a good choice. I leveled up during this fight? Okay, she's not doing... Ah, come on! How'd I still get hit by that? Ugh. Get these projectiles out of here. Okay, let's avoid this attack. That attack will most likely kill you. Oh, there was a guy there. Ah! The projectiles. Try to my special. No! Stop it! Stop! That one's scary. That's scary. Unfortunately, since Elsa Maria is such a small... Stop it! I'll kill you with this one. But like... Please stop? That was like 2 or 3 times in a row. Also, you're still in silhouette form even here. But I mean, I guess limitations. Alright, on to the final stage. With the girl Madoka. The one who saves the day because she's the protagonist. Or something. Probably. This stage is kind of weird though. Because the enemies are... basically the only ones that are technically made up. Like, every other level in this game provided enemies that were actually from the show. But these ones don't exist. Now, that's not to say that they're completely, like, original. There is kind of an idea behind them, I think. Like, I think my hypothesis is that they're supposed to represent fallen magical girls that became witches, because, spoilers, that's what the show's plot twist is. Magical girls become witches. But this environment is actually really nice because it does have elements from the show that you can very clearly recognize, like this gasoline truck. I do love how this is here. It's a fun set piece. And also, I guess what's unique about this place is that it's not a labyrinth. This is the real world. Or the normal world, I guess I should say. Because, like, what's to say that a labyrinth is not real? Unfortunately, these girls are kind of jerks sometimes. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh. Okay. Some of those enemies I think might have been infinitely spawning and I didn't need to kill them. which is why they just casually died. Now I could wait for my health to heal, but I'm just gonna walk right into this one because I'm smart. I probably should have used the piercing arrow for that, but... yeah, hit the one off screen. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, shut up. This is the one. Ah, shoot. Anyway, there are two of these types of enemies. Ones that are melee type, and ones that shoot projectiles. I haven't really bothered talking about the enemies and what they do until now, but I guess it's worth talking about. Because I'm kind of running out of things to say. Not because this game isn't fun, but because, you know, it's a beat 'em up. Alright, that one's down. Now things start getting a little uneven. Because now we're in the ruined part of the city. Fortunately, we can destroy projectiles. Oh, but now we got the melee ones to deal with. No, turn around, Madoka. That's how I want to do, Madoka. Now, since Madoka is a projectile player, if somebody gets close to you, you want to get away from them as fast as possible. Unless you're doing the arrow rain. Alright, so my fully charged shot one-shots these ones. So they're not much of a threat. These ones might be more durable, which makes sense. They are melee-oriented. Ah, should have jumped first. I am putting myself in such risk. Anyway, I guess something worth talking about. We've been leveling up this entire game, but I've never really elaborated on what it does. So it does change how much health you have, which also means that you can use your magic attack more often. It changes how much your soul limit drains. When you have to revive yourself. Can you, like, get in a place where I can shoot you? Girl! Let me shoot you. Let me stop! Okay. Remember how I said that the enemies from the last stage are the only ones that can move around wherever they want? The magical, or the projectile ones in this one can do that too, like, but, it's usually not the worst thing ever. Whilst Arrow Rain is great offensively, it's also very useful defensively, because it keeps, melee-oriented characters away from me. Anyway. It's time to fight the one, the only. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So, this boss is Walpurgisnacht. She's got a huge hitbox, which makes the arrow rain super useful against her. And it's very appropriate because that is how Madoka defeats her. But most of these attacks are kind of just made up. But I mean, that's fine. Oh shoot, I did not see that. Can you girls get out of here? Oh, you don't get damaged by that. Ah, dang. I should have gotten rid of these girls when I had the chance. Yeah, You want to get rid of these girls when you can! No, 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 no! Christ. This attack is usually really easy to dodge, so I'm kind of disappointed. Stop! Unfortunately, since your arrow rain does not pierce, it does make defeating the normal minions a bit more difficult with Madoka. But you do so much damage against Walpurgis now, it's not even funny. And dead. There is a gimmick to this fight that I didn't even get to mention, so I'll probably do that later. I'm also surprised that Madoka is still standing on that platform. Yeah. And here is your ending. This game has multiple endings. In fact, it has 10 different endings. This is the best ending, and you get this by not dying, which reviving is not the same as dying. There's a different thing that's called dying, so we will get to that later. But there are 10 different endings. I'm not going to show up all of them. That's too much. I haven't even seen them all myself. Well, Purgisnacht is over. Now we can do the second lap! Or the third. Or the fourth. Or the fifth. Or the... Oh no. Oh no. I forget how far this can go, but I definitely... I'm not gonna go. Don't worry. This will still start at lap 1, I'm pretty sure. This should... If it starts at lap 1000, I'm gonna be upset. But it should not... It shouldn't do that. So now... we use the projectile character with Madoka. Let's use a melee character in Sayaka. So Sayaka, she uses a sword. Here's her light attack combo. Pretty decent, I suppose. Now she has this charge attack, and unlike Madoka, she has directional heavy attacks, or strong attacks, instead of directional light attacks. In fact, Madoka is actually the oddball of the group. Madoka is the only character to have directional light attacks. Everybody else only has a light attack combo, and they have directional heavy attacks instead. And honestly, spamming directional heavy attacks on the first lap is honestly just the way to go for most characters. It just works. Like, do I need to explain it to you? Do I need to explain? Especially when it only takes 2 hits from this move to bully the big guys. So, let me see. I'll just stab. I'll honestly say that the weakness to Sayaka's weakness, in my opinion, is that she has a lot of thrusting attacks. And, you know, that doesn't allow for, like, you know, large sweeping, like, would be useful in these types of games, especially a 2D one. So, just like Madoka though, her strong attack is chargeable. In fact, I think, like, every character's charge attack is, chargeable. But, let's just get rid of these mooks. We're basically one-shotting everything, except for the big guys, which we'll worry about that later. Or not at all, because there's still pushovers. So what's Sayaka's special? You may be wondering. It's this. I dashed. Who's left? Oh, you're left. Come on, dude. This does not do damage. But you wanna know what does do damage, though? That. So if you input Sayaka's strong attack after her special, she will double down on the magic usage, and she'll perform an even more powerful thrust move. So she's very useful for just quickly getting through areas, especially when you have these guys. These guys are just jerks, so the dash also gives you super armor, so you don't get knocked back. You will still have your magic be converted to red. I think you take reduced damage, but I don't know, and I don't care. Very nice for speeding through these areas, though, since you don't have a run button. So, like, you can see me armor through that. Just don't get too reckless, or you might get yourself killed. These pesky little buggers. Yeah, you can deal with basically almost any of the normal enemies just doing this. But you know, if you want to pack it hard, do that. Go for some sick damage. This, I think this is her strongest attack that doesn't involve charging. Yeah, honestly, that charge attack is not too much more powerful. It's more about the distance that you cover. Like that. Versus that. Well, I guess that's not too much more distance, but it is alright. So unfortunately, Sayaka doesn't have a super powerful special like Madoka does. So we're going to have to do this the more normal way. But that doesn't mean we can't work with what we've got. This attack counts as a rebound, so you can just keep doing this all you want. Well, as long as you don't get hit or fall off. This might be a problem. But, yeah, do this. It's useful. Interestingly enough, she actually does the same attack both on the ground or in the air. She'll just jump up if she does it on the ground. Most characters will have different directional attacks in the air versus on the ground. So, or, well, sometimes. The down one is usually different in the air. But for Sayaka, it's the same move, which is fine. Got Grief Seed. And we continue. Oh yeah. I believe she can also jump cancel her charge attack. That should be a thing. Let me try that. Well, when you do that... Yeah? You can even jump out of your other strong attack. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. Anyway, we're just gonna plow through these guys like it's nothing. And... yeah, there's just one door in this room. But like every other room has 2 doors, of course. Yeah, so while her special isn't like a super powerful like boss kill move or whatever, it is nice for plowing through these regular enemies. Like, look at that nonsense I can do. A versus mode for this game would be very interesting, but probably not balanced. That is almost certainly the case. Oopsies. I don't have to kill these things, but I want to because it's fun. Also because it gives you experience. That's why you level up, idiot. So yeah, this is the room that I was talking about earlier, about the room that you want to take the right door in. You want to take this one. But every other time you can take left and you'll be fine. It may not be the most effective way to go around, but it does work. Oh, right, that is a limitation. For some reason, this Mega Thrust move has a weakness against stairs, so this unfortunately is not the best area to be using it in. Come back here! Let me kill you! Oh yeah, you wanna know a cool thing that Sayaka can do? Ah shoot, that might not be good. Just get out of here. So I guess something interesting about Sayaka is that her uppercut, I guess you can call it. Well, I guess you could theoretically do it indefinitely, but I was about to say that it basically acts like your double jump. Huh. Alright, so let's just slap Charlotte around with this sword. Just corner juggle them. Because, you know, fighting games are totally fair. Corner juggling, that's a fair mechanic. I love fighting games that have that mechanic. Charlotte, don't you dare! Thank you. The lunging move is also very good for catching up with Charlotte when they back away from you, which, since you are a melee character, getting up close and personal is kind of your thing. So any way to aid in that is, well, useful. Well, except when it's not, but I mean, like, let's not talk about that. No, I did not think that had a rising hitbox. Man, Charlotte really likes jumping in this fight. Of course, this move can also be useful for retreating. Let's not forget this move. Which I somehow still got hit, despite being, like, beyond the ceiling. And there we go. Yeah! Charlotte was defeated and left reseed. Alright, I'm gonna quickly grab like a charging cable, because apparently my keyboard is close to death, so let me just grab one of those. So that it doesn't die in the middle of the stream and then everything goes horribly wrong. Okay. We should have quelled what is arguably a bigger threat to the stream than Walpurgisnacht, my own keyboard. Let's move on. Or... okay, now it's actually move on, sorry. Flare water is... I may or may not describe it as perfume flavored, I'm not sure. It is definitely pungent. Although that could be because I haven't exactly diluted it. I honestly want it to be a bit more diluted, because sometimes like the little cube is still there. Oh yeah, these enemies kind of suck for Sayaka. Not because they're inherently hard to deal with, but because they can go through terrain. Sayaka does not have the ability to shoot through terrain the same way that Madoka can. She can do that though, but yeah, if these things are hiding in the walls or off screen, there's not really much Sayaka can do about it, unfortunately. Also, these guys are back. Yeah, these guys are actually kind of obnoxious as Sayaka. But fortunately, at the very least, Sayaka has an anti-air in this move. It's not that strong, unfortunately. But it is functional, at least. Dude, can you, like, I don't know, get pounded? Where's this last guy? There we go. Fight me, coward. No, don't even bother doing that in this area. Well, I can do this. I didn't struggle with it last time I was here, but there is one pit in this level that's kind of big that you could easily, like, fall into, even if you, like, jumped at the edge of the ground terrain that you had. So, Sayaka having the quick dash to cover a lot of distance is actually very nice for this area in particular. Whoa! Also, that uppercut saved me from falling into a pit. So, this... Oh, do you have to kill this guy? It's that guy. Kill the little guy! His Punch-Out! This pit. This pit can easily get you if you don't, like, time your jumps just right. I am being kind of reckless with those dashes. Because I'm just kind of trying to get rid of these guys as fast as possible, but it's not exactly the safest method. Get rid of the small guy. There we go. So yeah, if you have any momentum-based moves, that room isn't that bad. Or it's not as bad. Unfortunately, Sayaka does not have Madoka's infinite hover ability. Let's just do a quick pierce. There we go. That one wasn't that bad. Also, in case you couldn't tell, or you didn't notice, the TV screens do actually show the game. So you can see like Sayaka and other stuff going on in them, which is a very nice touch to like continue the wackiness of some of these witch labyrinths. Come on, let me get you. Finally, I don't need to... Oh, that was not a good time. That was not a good time. That... Jesus. Alright. Ah, that was too early. Took a bunch of damage from that. Fortunately, Sayaka is a tank. Both because she's a melee character and because that's just how the show works. Sayaka's wish was to heal someone, and so she's basically the Wolverine of the Madoka universe. Alright, we got a pretty fair layout here. We got one lightning and two counterattack things. Now we got like the full party. Whatever joke I can make here. Got a full house. Alright. Not bad. Can I do the side one? The side one is... Well, actually, if I do the down thrust one, how bad is that? Well, probably... Well, what if these frickin' angels are in the way? Ah, these guys are, like, the worst part of this fight. Well, arguably. Because they just keep, like... Admittedly, like, every boss makes use of their minions, which makes sense from a lore standpoint. But, like, I feel like this is the one where they are the most annoying. Well, at least for, like, a character like Sayaka, they're pretty annoying. I should not have done that. Whatever. Also, something else to know about Elsa Maria. The rotation alternates every cycle or so. Or maybe not. I don't know how it changes. I just noticed it changed like at some point. No! Going through the pit infinitely. No! Have I soft locked? No. Fortunately, that is not a soft lock. That'd be a pretty sad but funny oversight. Flare water. Alright, this area should be easier for Sayaka than it was for Madoka because I should be able to actually hit these guys. Now some of them are taller and will require me to jump, but that's to be expected. So let's actually talk about the enemies here, because I talked about the enemies in Stage 5 earlier. Why not talk about these ones? So, most of them, they're based on the Zodiac, apparently. The astronomical... Not astronomical. The Chinese Zodiac? They're based on that, apparently. So, you have bunnies, you have... I believe this is the ones on the right were the snakes, and then the ones that we find later on are the dragons. I believe they all have the ability to headbutt you. The snakes are able to fire standard projectiles at you, and then the dragons are able to fire streams of projectiles at you. That's how they work. Oh, also, once again, hills are Sayaka's main problem. This guy is just not taking any of my hits. Fortunately, you don't actually have to jump for all of these. You can actually just... You can just use the uppercut if you need to. But be wary of the snake ones as Sayaka. Those are probably the ones that you want to kill first because they fire projectiles, which will be your #1 problem as a melee character. You can at least destroy projectiles, but that's not exactly exclusive to Sayaka. Zoomy. And we got all the tall guys here. That was an interesting terrain interaction. Well, these guys are taking massive hits from me, doing that sick side swing. Honestly, aside from the being used in tandem with the charge attack, Sayaka's neutral one is honestly not that useful. Pretty much only want to use it like that, in my opinion. Oh yeah. Alright, let me see if I can actually do something with it. Come on, get rid of these dragons. They're kind of obnoxious. Yay! The normal attack is actually being useful, and that was not very fun. Yeah, so this is why I hate dragons in this one. Where's the guy? He's off screen. I know he's a snake. Fight me, coward! Thank you. Yeah, Sayaka's not the best at this stage, but I think she's better than Madoka at least. Although Madoka does have the arrow rain, so I guess make of that what you will. Wait, are we there yet already? No. So they keep on giving us the bigger versions of these enemies because, you know, that's what they do. And it makes it more difficult to hit some of them. Turn around, Sayaka, and don't get bitten. We're basically like not seeing any bunnies at this point because they're the weak variants. We should still see bunnies during the boss fight. I am taking a lot of hits that I don't need to. Never mind, bunnies are here. So we're gonna hit the snake ones again because they're the biggest threat. Because they can use projectiles! So is the snake a projectile reptile? Is that what the joke is? I did literally only just come up with that. Dragons are also projectile reptiles, I guess. I don't know what the joke for the bunny one could be. They're just bunnies. Alright, the dragon. There we go. Yeah, this one is canon. I'm gonna try to deal with the minions as best as I can. Oh! Oh yeah, the uneven terrain is gonna make this one a bit of an issue as well. As far as using like the big dash. Run away, run away, run away! God dang it. How does that attack always hit me? Unless it's just like I got hit by the enemy instead. I'm honestly surprised that she is not used her most annoying attack. She's still not using it. Well, I'm surprised. No, get back here, fight me. Canonical show moment, yeah! Sayaka has so much health she doesn't die! I'm telling you, Sayaka has a ridiculous amount of health. Now that was not necessary at all. Okay. There it is, there's the annoying one. And somehow I avoided it. Wow. Aren't I just the best? This one's also annoying at the latter end of the fight, but once again, I still just casually avoid it like it's a non-issue. Oh, are you doing... Oh, Christ. I hardly see her do that 3 times in a row. Alright, what are you doing? Really? You really just want to grab my ankles. Oh yeah, I gotta use that attack. That's the canon attack for this fight. Kind of. It happens in the fight. Yeah, that move is taken from that episode. In fact, if you actually pay attention, you can actually notice, like if you pay attention to the show and to this game, you can actually see that a decent amount of these attacks are actually not just made up. Like, some of them are, obviously. Like, that's just... You just kind of have to do that. But some of these attacks you can actually recognize from the show, and I think that's really neat. But they're also not like so obtrusive as like, ha ha ha, fun reference, and that's all it is. No. It works. Now this is going to be kind of obnoxious for Sayaka, I feel like, because there's going to be a lot more moving than Madoka. A lot more air combat. Sayaka is definitely better situated on the ground than the air. I mean, she can work with the air. Obviously, like, I'm not like losing my damage by being in the air, but that is a lot of projectiles that I'm not getting rid of. I should probably do something about it. But yeah, like, her uppercut's fine. I'm just generally unimpressed by it. Like, this is just the move you want to be using. Well, and this, but like, having to jump up to your target every time, just like, fight me on the ground. Now, of course, you can stun lock enemies by just doing this. But, you know, like, so many of these ones spawn in the air that it's just difficult to, like, use consistently sometimes. Shoot, I wanted to get the girl. Alright, I am the girl. Of course it hit me, of course it did. And the other one just vanished because I guess she didn't like being here. I probably should not have done that. These ones are more my speed. Normally I consider these ones more threatening than the other ones, but in Sayaka's case they're actually the inverse because, well, you know. Now, you can theoretically wall them off with Madoka, so you could argue that they're easier with Madoka, but I think the fact that they move so fast and that Madoka's attacks are, you know, have to be charged to be effective, besides the arrow rain, which still has some startup even. So basically all of Madoka's attacks are just slow. They all have startup. And that's what makes these ones so much of a problem by comparison. Whereas they're not really an issue for Sayaka, who, well, just, you know, is fast. Also, they're on the ground, yes. And they're not zoners. They're rushdowns. Get rid of... Ah, shoot! Yeah, that's gonna happen. Those two that just, like, shoot the laser from the sides are kind of obnoxious. But I don't think you have to kill them. Yeah, you don't. She's just getting bodied. Like, she doesn't want to die. But she has to. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, terrain, left, right. Ah, shoot, come on, man. That was a bad move. Stop shooting me! Let me live. Don't make fun of me. So many! Do I have to start using this attack again? Because it has more coverage vertically? No, you're just dead now. Okay, good. Oh, up! Come on, fight me. Hit the projectile one. Get the projectile one. So many projectiles! So much purple! Ah! Don't fire your laser, Blarg. Dang, I still got damaged by that? Lame. You're right there, I know it. Fight me. Fight me. Fight me better. There we go. That's more like it. Alright. So, her best damaging move against Walpurgis Nacht is the down thrust in the air. Unfortunately, this place has pits, which I'm gonna try to not fall into. Alright, let's also talk about that gimmick. Oh yeah, also I'm gonna be like off-screen most of the time. Okay. Well, I fell into the pit anyway. Nice job, game. I couldn't do much about that. I'm holding right, by the way. Maybe if I don't spam it as hard. Oh my god, that could have gone sour. Okay, so a part of this fight that doesn't appear any other boss is the health bar is gray because you cannot attack Walpurgis Nacht right now. You can only attack Walpurgis Nacht when the health bar is green. So that's a unique gimmick to this fight that I did not mean to do that. We didn't get to really talk about last time. This should be a decent position, right? This one might be better. You are shifting a lot, Walpurgis Nacht. There we go. That, I was hoping I could alternate left, right, but that apparently didn't work out the way I wanted to. But I got it working now, kind of, sort of. I don't think there's any problems yet. Okay, thank goodness that did not make me fall into the pit. Because that is not a wall on the side. That is just nothing. So I don't know if the terrain dropping is like completely random, or if it's like influenced to try to fall in your general area. The fire is also a similar situation, where sometimes it looks like it's targeting you, and other times it just passes by. So there's one attack from Walpurgis Nacht that we haven't seen yet. We probably will, because I have to actually try Asaka, because she's not the protagonist. Or something like that. You know, except for the part of the show where she was the protagonist, essentially. But let's just ignore that. But yeah, this is kind of a silly strategy, but it works. Yeah, we should hopefully see the attack that we skipped last time. Unfortunately, I really need to get rid of these girls because they are going to be a nuisance otherwise. Also, you cannot do anything about this rubble. You have to avoid it. They're not like projectiles that you can destroy. Jesus, that fire does a lot of damage. But it's usually pretty easy to avoid. I'm just being bad. Alright, she's doing the attack. Walpurgis Nacht will drop a building on you. This is what Walpurgis Nacht is known for. Dropping buildings on people. And 10. And I just fall into the abyss. Never to be seen again. Is something going on with the music? It's just the rumbling for me. Yeah. So now we've beaten the game as Sayaka. We do get the same ending though as last time. And that's because this game's 10 endings... Well... There's one ending... Oh, sorry, there's one good ending, and let's just say that there are 9 bad endings. The badness of each ending is variable, and some of them might even seem like good endings or bittersweet endings, but every ending besides this one requires somebody to die. And so, in my opinion, they are all bad endings. I haven't gotten every ending again, and I don't know when I ever will get every ending. But hopefully sometime. Alright. So... we did Madoka, a projectile character. We did Sayaka, a melee character. Mommy uses guns. So, she uses guns, so she's probably a projectile character, right? What? No. Mommy does not shoot bullets. Instead, the muzzle flash is what actually damages enemies. You can also just slap people with the rifles if you really feel like it. You can also do that. Everybody knows her ribbons are her signature power, right? There's also that. So Mommy is a very weird character because she is the projectile melee hybrid character. And it's so weird, but I do kind of love it. Her normal attack isn't that bad, but I honestly just think the strong attack kind of eclipses it. Also, this game does have landing canceling, and I think it's generally and ledge canceling, but I generally think it's detrimental to the characters rather than beneficial. So just like with the other character, or with Sayaka, Side Strong is a pretty reliable advancing move. Can I get into a situation where there's nothing behind me? I think this is... Oh, come on, don't have more. Come on, I need to be safe. Alright, let's do it. Special! Tiro Finale. What better move for her special than that? It is the only special move that lasts longer the longer you hold the button. And also drains more magic as a result. Unfortunately, the gun itself is a giant blind spot for the move. So, aim carefully. Or, you know, keep your distances more accurately what you need to be mindful of. But anyway, we got a decent anti-air option. Maybe not the best, but it's alright. It's got range and it goes in 2 directions. That corpse is flying. Hopefully this one only ambushes from the side, right? Not everywhere? Well, we do have these guys. I might regret this. Holy crap, my health bar is entirely red. And I'm still alive. So, yeah, throwing out tier finales is definitely one of the riskiest magic uses a character has. Like, it uses up so much of her health. It's half of it. And that's not even charging the move. That's just the default version. How many of these things are there? Now, you don't really need to charge it because it will kind of just kill everything by normal means. What else do I need to kill? You. Bang. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Mommy does have the second highest health in the game behind Sayaka. Although, admittedly, that's not saying much. Sayaka honestly just has a big health lead. So, second best health is only silver to gold. Oh well. Now what's useful about Mommy is that you can, once again, attack cancel out of this attack. And you can also jump cancel the attack in its entirety. But if you let go of the attack button first, then you will basically do 2 attacks at the same time. So you can do like an advancing strike while also firing a barrage of bullets. Mommy's melee range is actually pretty decent since it's these giant muzzle flashes. But, so it makes quick work of these tiny guys. Please don't. I think Madoka has the 3rd most health in the game. Again, it's not by a huge margin. And I think that's only referring to default health. Because I think health also scales differently per character, per level up. So it's possible that Madoka might get more health overall. But Mommy, like, starts with more health? I don't really remember. So something that something that I kind of pointed out with Sayaka, but not really. Mommy has a dive kick. It's pretty much a novelty and nothing else. But, I mean, it's a fun novelty, so shut up. I mean, let's do some big damage against Gertrude. Like, look at all that damage that I just did. Like, half of Gertrude's health is just gone. And if I play my cards safely, I might be able to finish them like that. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Hero finale for the win. Wait, does she use the dive kick in the show? I don't remember that. Thought that was just something that some of the characters could do because funsies. Well, she does crush. I think she does step on Charlotte in the, I guess, toy form, if you want to call it that. So if that's what you're getting at, then I guess she does a dive kick. I guess? But I don't think just stepping on something counts as a dive kick. But I guess to each their own. Let's get the bullets ready. Come on. Oh, alright. Let's just use this attack because we don't use it enough. Also, I guess something worth noting, the art style for this game is honestly absolutely fantastic. Not only do they really capture the look of the show, as far as like the backgrounds and the enemies, but like the characters just look so gorgeous. Oh, whoops, I went too early. I generally have this room and the other room like this memorized for when those guys ambush you, but I guess I'm a little off on my timing there. So I guess if you want to talk about Mommy's main issues, besides that like ledge canceling kind of screws her and that this attack is very pricey, is also that, what was it? That a lot of her attacks have blind spots. Or sour spots, in the case of this attack. Although usually it leads into the strong part of the attack. So I guess it's not that bad. This is probably an okay room for this. Honestly, I'm just gonna do this, though. Like, most characters' up attacks can still hit other enemies on the ground. Mommy still struggles to do that. Yeah, I wish the ribbon attack were more useful, too. It's really mostly a novelty. I guess it's useful if you're fighting a single large enemy. It can be useful. Because, like, you can stun lock it by doing this. But, yeah, I don't think it's that useful otherwise. And remember, this is only talking about lap 1. Which is, admittedly, the part of the game that most people are going to play. Speaking of playing, this game has multiplayer, where you can play with up to 3 people. That was fancy and unintentional. Yeah, there's those blind spots again. Sometimes not being able to hit these enemies the way I want to. Also, the ribbon attack is not that powerful. Honestly, I think that's another problem with Mommy. With the exception of Tour Finale, a lot of her attacks are strangely lacking in oomph. But anyway. Yeah! If you can get the timing for that move, with how far she lunges forward, it's actually kind of decent sometimes. But again, I mean, I guess if you don't time it well, stuff like that happens. But anyway, it's time to fight Charlotte. And you know how this goes. This is the fight. Let's do it. Canon, Mommy, death quota, reached. Now to never acknowledge this again. So yes, the Chomp from Charlotte is an instant kill move. Well, except for the fact that you can revive because this game's nice. But it is an instant kill, true to its appearance in the show. Now to not get hit by it intentionally. I'm gonna try to run away because it's kind of threatening. If you can like keep yourself busy, there we go. Let's finish him off the way it should have been done. Also, you can hold the special button for Mommy while the boss is in its death animation. So you can kind of just keep Tiro finaleing until your bar is completely blue. And honestly, I kind of love that. It doesn't do anything practical. Or impractical for that matter. It's just kind of fun. Just to see how far can you go. But, yeah, basically, Mommy is strangely weak, except for Tiro Finale, where it just decimates everything. She has, by far, the strong, well, I guess by far, maybe not. Maybe Madoka is a competition. But, Mommy definitely has the strongest special, but it's also, like, the riskiest special because of how much magic it drains. Fortunately, these bullets do go through walls, so we don't have Sayaka's problems! I do want to play this game more in multiplayer, because there's such neat possibilities of which characters you can use in tandem with each other. Perform interesting and efficient strategies for dealing with some of these enemies and bosses. Cover each other's weaknesses and all that, but you can play this game online, but I've never done it, and I don't know if it's gonna work or how it'll work. But there is an online mode of this game. I swear. Nope. Honestly, I don't blame you for being scared to try it. I don't even know if you'd be able to play with me, in all fairness. But, man, it would be fun. So fortunately, since these guys kind of take a while to actually bother attacking you, and since you can attack out of your gun charge, Mommy's alright in this area. Also, the muzzle flash hitboxes kind of just are really useful. There we go. Oh, don't live! I didn't ask you to live! Jerk. These guys have so much health, it's ridiculous. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do a thing. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. That's another blind spot. So yeah, Tier finale aside, Mommy is probably the worst character in the game, which makes me sad. It shouldn't matter that much for lap 1, but as you get farther down the line, things start to become an issue. I still haven't fallen into that pit, and I'm proud of myself. Ah, you jerk. Don't drop a TB on me. At least make it a plasma one so it won't be as heavy. I don't need these CRTs. I'm not playing melee. I'm playing melee projectile thing. Hybrid. Yeah, I think if her normal attacks were made more powerful, she'd probably be more worth it. Maybe get rid of, like, most of, if not most of, Tiro Finale's blind spot. Because, like, that's a huge blind spot. It should at the very least work as, like, a sour spot, in my opinion. Because, like, that's how this attack works. You slap somebody with the gun, and then they get hit by the muzzle flash. So why can't Tiro Finale be the same way? Ah! God dang it, why are you behind me? Sure. No, no, no. Okay. I want to get these guys all on one side. But it's getting difficult. And it's not worth it anymore. I was gonna Tiro Finale them all. No, 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 no. Also, I guess, similar to Madoka, Mommy can infinite hover. Of course, it's not exactly as useful because I'm still getting hit by these clowns. There we go. It is honestly probably my least favorite level for how annoying it is. Get overwhelmed by enemies so much. Alright, but let's hope I can do this one decent. Don't have any of the counter ones. And go. Alright, good. I didn't get hit by the lightning. Rid of these things. Okay, come on, come on. Go, go, Power Rangers! Ah, jeez. Stop! Stop! I can't do it. I literally... Okay, stop hitting me! These things are obnoxious! Ah, I hate wedge canceling. No! Don't change! How? How am I still alive sometimes is what I ask myself. I swear. I fucking hate you guys. I'm trying to freaking style on... You have no health left! How are you still alive? Slap! So much for making Tiro Finale the finale of this fight. Every time it was just like, no, I don't want to die. Alright. On to the next one. So, I believe Mommy is actually going to be useful in this stage. The muzzle flashes should be good for hitting them. They have decent verticality. The guns, on the other hand, don't have decent verticality, but we will ignore that. Can they stop surrounding me? I want to do the thing. How did you get me? I rely on this move so much. Like, it's one of her best normal moves. Man, can you just all be on one side? I really just want to Tier Finale some enemies. Tier Finale is basically never good for, like, normal enemy encounters. But, like, come on. Let me use it. It'll be fun. Why is this attack so underwhelming? Oh, was that the end? That was the end of that room. Now they're gonna be on both sides of me again. Oh, no, go. There we go, that's some damage. That's what we call a massacre. Freaking blind spots. Look, Mommy, I get that you use, like, rifles and therefore, like, sniper character, but you're not a sniper character. I don't need mad precision. You don't need to make every attack have some weird blind spot. I mean, I guess to make up for the fact that they have bigger hitboxes than average? I don't know. Okay, I should be able to do it in this one. Of course, if my gun is going to, like, not do anything, that's gonna cause problems. Well, I guess I'll ribbon this one up. Or, I guess I'll wrap this one up. Can you, like, not exist? Please? Please. There we go. Watch them dance! Watch them dance! That is a lot of dancing. Is this the strategy? Is this the go-to strategy? Just ribbon and hope? Ribbon and pray? Please be on one. Nope. Every time I want all the enemies to be on one side, they're always on both sides. No! I hate the dragons. Especially when I can't hit him in the head. I did not mean to do that over there. Please. Really, man? Why is the attack so underwhelming? It should be doing like 50 or 60 damage at this point. Really, dude? Go away, man. There we go. Apparently it was all just on the one side, and that was it. Alright, what do we... I'm gonna be surrounded again. I was jumping! Stop! How did that miss? Besides that, apparently I should have gone for the head, because this is apparently Infinity War. No! Ow! So many enemies! So much combat! You know what attack I haven't been using a lot of? That might be why I didn't use it a lot. I'm trying new ideas. Yeah, this does kind of go for a while, but I feel like there are definitely characters that do it better than others. Alright, well, this should be the shortest room. Hopefully. Brisk water. Back up a little. I don't like that. Why did you spawn right in front of me? This might be bad. Okay, it's the radio attack, not that bad. Get rid of these guys, they're gonna ruin everything. Oh. Alright. Not where I want you to spawn. No, 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 keep my distance. That's gonna hit me. That attack is the one I'm the worst at avoiding. Because I feel like I always get cornered somehow with it. Don't do the... Okay, you're not doing the tree at least. I feel like I always get cornered. I'm doing decent, I guess. That might be it. I rose too high. That is the one also problem with... No, not the tree! Oh my god, that could have gone sour. Alright, let's just do it. That tree attack is the closest thing in this game to an insta-kill without being an insta-kill. Can you hold down? I have not tried that. Or haven't thought about it. I guess I can consider. Let's see who does better against Walpurgisnacht. Mami or Madoka? Because I did say that... I did claim earlier, before slightly retracting, that Mami has the strongest special by far. So let's see what the difference is between Madoka and Mami against Walpurgisnacht. The boss who is the easiest to hit with both of these moves. You think Madoka's is better? I won't deny the idea, but we'll have to see. Also, I don't know, am I under-leveled? I should be level 20 by the end of this. Alright, let's do the ribbon. Let's wrap this up. This is a bad pun. Can you, like, get hit, please? No, don't want to. It is true, like, Madoka being able to actually hit Walpurgisnacht with every shot does make that move pretty devastating against Walpurgisnacht. Alright, can you guys go to the other side, please? Can you leave me alone? And can you leave me alone? What do you mean that didn't destroy the projectile? My muzzle flashes are only now doing over 50, and this cannon attack still does less. It's so underwhelming. Why does that attack have to do so little? I get that it's got 2 giant hitboxes, but I mean, like, that's to compensate for literally everything else. That's like the only good trait of this move. And even then, it still has like a blind spot. It has a blind spot between them, has a blind spot below them. It's like, big hitbox isn't the only thing. It's not going to solve all your problems for this move. Alright, I'm gonna... Stop drifting! Stop coming toward me! Leave me! Give me personal space! No! No! There we go. That's some Tiro finale-ing. Ah, shoot. I could wait to let for my high health recharge, but... Yeah, that's good. That does it. I'm not gonna try here, though. That probably would have got me killed. Oh, come on, don't dive kick me. That's my job. Oh, sorry, wrong attack again. I really wish that did damage, but even then, that was still really satisfying to do. It's just so funny, man. Oh, shoot, I should have Tiro finale'd. Oh, shoot! Literally, but, I was not expecting the 3 to, like, just jump in there and commit suicide like that. Don't pass by me. At least give me a handshake. Alright, this might be decent. I don't know. Well, not when you're there. Stupid side blind spot? Oh my god, so many projectiles. Alright, I'm not underleveled. I'm good. That might get me killed! Oh, it's these guys. Slap! Slap! Bang! Bing bang bibbidi boom. Pew 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 pew! Pew! What are you doing? Don't jump over me, that's not nice. Fight me. Fight me like a real magic girl. Oh wait, you aren't one. You're fake. Oh, god dang it. Can I get these 3 evenly spaced away from me? So many! Alright, that was okay, I guess. No! Stop with the melee ones! They're my weakness. Ugh! Don't touch me! I have sensitive skin! I tried jumping but it did not work. Well, on the random topic of sensitive skin, how easily do you guys get sunburned? I don't know, I'm just bringing this up. I'm extending this joke in the weirdest way. That is not what I meant to do, no! Eating that damage that I didn't need. I wasn't hungry! Stop with these 4 shots! Can't deal with that! You're hitting me on the tippy toes, and it's like... Don't hit me in the toes. Do you think any of the magical girls put on makeup? Cause I would imagine not. At the very least they don't show it. Madoka might because of her mom. But other than that, I don't personally imagine it. Ah, stop! There's a melee one among us. Good thing these go through walls, because projectiles are king or something. Except melee attacks also go through walls. They just don't go as far, because they're melee attacks. I mean, I guess you might be right. Part of the contract might be that you don't need to wear makeup. Alright! Oh god. My seed is very dark. I might have to actually be cautious on this fight. I did not know it was that bad. Oh, god dang it. I was really hoping this wouldn't happen. Ouch. Mommy probably is one of the easiest characters to lose with. Kinda trying to think about what to do right now because I didn't plan for something like this to happen. Alright. But I have to keep going is the thing. I have to change to it. You know what? Yeah, you can't choose her. Alright. We'll show off the bad ending. Because there is an ending for specifically Mommy dying. Wait, can I? I didn't think about that, I'm sorry. I just want every character to have like their own. Just Jesus. I'm just gonna go ahead. Do my thing. So sorry. And I didn't expect this to happen! I didn't expect that to be so rusty that I would die as Mommy. You might think that this is a little hopeless for me as a previously level 1 character. Because I'm fighting these harder enemies, I'm gonna level up a lot faster, and it'll basically counterbalance. How did that miss all of them? Why did none of them decide to just like want to picnic with me or something? Yeah, this is honestly the best way to fight these things with Madoka. Just pull them down with the arrow rain and then just charge shot them. It's just, you know, how Madoka is. And then I got hit by that. But, like, who cares? Wow, okay. I'm at level 12 already, and it's the first room. Oh, I thought that'd be centered. That's the next room. Or the next fight. So, yeah, Madoka is kind of the best character in the game. On higher laps, the argument is that Sayaka is the best character because she's so tanky that she can basically just... So, since everything when you're at a high enough lap, things will just start one-shotting you. And so, Sayaka's ability to survive, as well as the fact that her side strong can stunlock enemies because it keeps knocking them around, just makes her that useful. Unfortunately, this is not a very good area to do the arrow rain. I might have to revive. Please stop. Here we go. See, look at this. I'm already at level 18. By the end of this, a normal person should be level 20 by the end of this stage. So, you know, I started this at level 15 with Mommy. I'm already at 18 when I started at level 1. Darn it. That is also another problem with your special. If you get interrupted while doing it, well, you don't do it. Alright, there's one revival. But since you can change where you revive at, yeah, I can just kind of do that. And still take a bunch of damage, but whatever. Get over here. Fight me. Oh, shoot. Really? That hit me still? Please stop teleporting. Teleporting enemies are just the worst. I had to avoid that magic projectile. Honestly, despite the fact that Madoka can actually aim her normal shots, I hardly make use of it. Honestly, Madoka is more of the sniper character than Mommy is. And there we go, level 20, and we're here. We are the best. I'm so sad that Mommy could not make it. So here's why Mommy is bad, besides all the reasons why I described. Mommy, while she has, the second most health, she has the highest revival cost in the game, which heavily counterbalances that. And, you know, since like her only really good attack is to her finale, if she has to rely on that, she's one hit can put her in death range. So she's like, she's a glass cannon, but she doesn't have enough cannon except for the one attack. Also, she has more health than like most of the characters. But that a glass cannon is supposed to be frail. So it's just, she's weird. Madoka, sorry, Mommy is just a weird character from an archetypal standpoint. I'm gonna get hit again. Like, she's the character whose wish was to live. Yet she is like one of the least livable characters in the game. Which is just kinda sad. All that health doesn't make up for literally everything else. Alright, there we go. I'm so sorry, Mommy. You're like my favorite of the 5, so the fact that I lost is, you know, kinda sad. Maybe I can try to make it up for Mommy later? I don't really know. That might be too difficult. Also, we've been going for longer than I expected. So this is the Mommy is the only one to die ending. Admittedly, this is one of the more bittersweet endings rather than just a bad ending. I don't really know how many of the endings are like pure bad. This one's, I think most of them that aren't the good ending are bittersweet. Alright. So, we did Mommy, kind of. We didn't finish with Mommy. Just a little sad. It's time to move on. Let's do Kyoko. So, we're back to a melee fighter. But we've got a spear, so that better help with that range situation. I mean, I guess it does. Alright. Let's talk about her normal strong. It's another charge deck. Wow, never saw that coming. But it's got a heck of a lot more range than Sayaka's. So does this move. So... Kyoko is basically a clone fighter of Sayaka, except she generally has greater reach, but I think she's not, maybe not as powerful. I mean, this attack hits hard. You can lean on this attack for the entire game if you want. This move does not rebound off of enemies' heads, but it does rebound off the ground, so you can do nonsense like that. I mean, she's not like a clone, but she's very evidently got like the same kit, but with like different effects. Like, you got like the flailing around For the light attack, you've got a charging thrust. For the normal strong, you've got a spinning double strike for the side strong. You get a diagonal dive for the down air. I mean, I do think it's because they're rivals. They're supposed to be foils to each other in the show. So I think them having similar moveset is intentional and appropriate. But I just want to say that it is a thing. This move is so good, honestly. Although Kyoko does fall off at higher laps. So, what's Kyoko's special? It's this. Kyoko creates a barrier of a bunch of small projectiles. Unfortunately... Okay. How did I not get hit by that? So, Kyoko's special is basically purely defensive. And even then, it's still kind of bad. I think I can say without a doubt that it is the worst special in the game, which is really sad. Like, it summons a bunch of projectiles which, you know, block stuff, including incoming enemies, but they disappear after one hit each. I feel like if the projectiles just lasted on a timer and that was it, they didn't disappear after getting hit, this move might actually be useful. I mean, obviously I can still make niche use of it every now and then, and in fact, there is a situation, a very appropriate one, if I may say, where the move is actually kind of good. But for the most part, it's a move that you're pretty much never going to use. Die, please. If it had more range, that would also help. Honestly, just either give it more range or make it so that the projectiles don't disappear after one hit. Just gonna avoid those scissors. Let's do some sick flips. It's such a good move. It's got like a huge range. It knocks enemies around. What's there to complain about? Although I do really love this move in particular because of how much distance you get from it. It's so much fun to use. You know what else is fun? Oh, I wasn't close enough, sorry. I thought we stopped walking. You know what else is a fun move to use? Dive kick! Yeah! So, Sayaka, Kyoko, and Mami all have dive kicks. Mami's goes diagonally, whereas Sayaka's and Kyoko's both go straight down, which is, while it's not super important, I think that is another way that Mami got shafted with this game, because the diagonal dive kick is just inherently worse than the straight down dive kick. It's just not as good. And so it's just like, Mami just doesn't get to be happy. And I mean, spoilers, she is the first person to die in the show. So, I mean, whatever. But also, who cares about canon? Is that really what we're caring about here? Why do we have to make Mami bad? Because, like, in media outside of the show, Mami is portrayed as, like, one of the strongest characters. So it's really sad. And this came out before all that external media, so fair enough. It can't retroactively incorporate that. But it's really a shame how Mami in the shows is perceived as, like, super powerful. But in this game, she's just kind of the worst character. I mean, I guess she's the worst. Well, no, sorry. No. I thought to say she's the worst because she's frail, but no, her attack power is still just below average for, like, whatever reason. And it's a shame. I'm honestly not sure why they decided to make her attacks as weak as they are. Ha! I don't even need to use a special! Unlike that Sayaka girl, she's so incompetent, and yet she's the best character in the game. At least when you get to higher, you know, laps. And lower laps, I think it's pretty acceptable to say that Madoka is the best. Like, Madoka is definitely a very strong argument for best character. She's undeniably very good. Also, well, Kyoko is one, but like, before they got to Kyoko in the show, Mami was the only veteran, well, okay, that's not true, Homura is too. But like, the fact of the matter is, she is a veteran magical girl. She's been doing this for years. And yet, like, again, she's just the worst character in this game? It's just so odd. And I don't know, I don't think that was like intentionally a balancing decision to make her the worst character in the game. Like, they must just not have thought it through that Mami's attack power just isn't good enough. And maybe they overtuned her fragility? Like, she can revive the least out of all the characters. And like, it makes sense that she can revive the least of the characters because she's literally the first one to die. But like, you're also making her the most physically durable, or the second most physically durable. Like, make her be able to live. What's the point of all that health if she can't live? I didn't even get to test whether holding down during the tier finale would stop her from rising. I can't test that now. Darn it. Mommy, why? I miss you. I'm telling you, up strong is just the best with Kyoko. So good. Speaking of, whoosh. Come on, man. Also, I guess I should point out, if we're going to be talking about character stats, Kyoko has either average health or slightly below average health. I don't remember which one it is. But, you know, like, nothing to write home about, I guess, is basically the best way to say it. I almost feel like Sayaka should have the least health, but just have like the least revival cost to counterbalance it. But maybe that's too much, I don't know. Because like, Sayaka in the show gets pushed around a lot. And she's also, spoilers, the only character of the 5 to become a witch in the show besides Madoka, and that's a little different. Yeah, I will agree that Kyoko is probably the most repetitive character because it really is just use up strong. That is just her move. Like side strong is good, but it's just not as good. You can at least use like neutral strong and then cancel into up strong or into down strong. Also, aerial down strong is her strongest non-charge move. Like, if you want to do the most damage with Kyoko, you just do that. You just stab the ground a lot. Fortunately, the whole diving from the ceiling attack from Charlotte is not an insta-kill. Only the actual, like, overhead bite. The actual landing part will not insta-kill you, which is very useful. Wow, you were being really jumpy. Why are you so jumpy, Charlotte? Oh, whoopsies. You know what? For fun. God dang it! Come on, I haven't even set out the move and I'm already taking damage from it. And I should probably try to rate these characters based on, like, various aspects. Like, power, and fragility, and special. Revival cost. Alright. Let's juggle these fools. Stoomies. Ow! Why'd you throw that TP at me? Come on. Get over here! Fight me! There we go. Just backflip. It'll work eventually. Watch me instantly kill these things with a single backflip. Oh, hi. You're still alive. Like this, I'm sorry, this move is just the best. Oh, come on. It's so good, man. I love this backflip. Alright. Time to be fashionable. I hate that that guy happened to move in last second and screw me over. That was uncalled for. So much for being fashionable. Or stylish, I guess. Tiny guy, get out of here. Let's try that again, but slightly less cool, because it's not over a big pit. Backflip. Backflip. It destroys everything. It's so good, man. Backflip is so good. But it like totally breaks her. Totally makes her just to do the same attack over and over again character. I mean, although I guess to be fair, she does have the least screen time of any of the characters. Well, okay, sorry, no, that mommy might have the least screen time because she dies. So maybe I'm wrong on that, but like I don't know. Because she died, maybe it's cheating, but I don't know. I don't know anymore. What am I saying? Anyway, boss time. Well, that's an ideal position. I'm so fast! Yeah! Whee! Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Whee! Yeah! Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Yeah! I do love the boss music in this game, too. Here we go. Alright, watch me backflip these guys. You'll be the best. Kyoko is probably the best character. Jesus! Kyoko is probably the best at this stage because backflip. Like, what else do I need to say? This thing has absurd range. It freaking hits everything. It just hits everything. Don't worry, Weed Whacker will get its time to shine. Ew. Yeah, I guess I may as well use this. Just dive and murder all of them. Get over here, fight me. No, I'm not dealing with that. Not right now. Not ever. I know what you're doing! Don't disappear off screen. I know what that means. Oh my god. How could you not know the backflip for this stage? I mean, I guess this move is decent, but like, backflip, yo! They're all dead. Oh man, this fight is so hard. These enemies are everywhere. It's overwhelming. It was not hard at all. Unfortunately, you cannot conserve momentum by doing the jump afterward, which is sad, but whatever, I guess. Alright, the best time to weed whack! Weed whack Sayaka out of this one! Oh wait, Sayaka's not here. Oh wow, really? Alright, time for more weed whacking. Gotta save Sayaka or something, even though she didn't ask me. Backflip! Okay, what are you gonna do this time? Ah, this again. Maybe I've just gotten better at avoiding the attack, I don't know. That's why the attack gets me. Because I'm too far away from her, so I don't see it, and then I get cornered. Alright, weed whacker time. Gotta save Sayaka again. Gotta save Sayaka, even though she's not here. She didn't ask. Because she's so headstrong. Stab. Oh, that didn't kill. Oh, well, I guess that killed. Dang, all my flare water is gone. Now, you know, I could continue on, but, we gotta save Sayaka. I want to show you, like, for Christ's sake, I'm not even dead. Count the amount of times I revive, by the way. Count them. I'll count with you. This is 1. This is 2. Come on. Come on. Hit me. Come on. There we go. This is 3. Maybe they should have swapped Sayaka and Mommy's health and revival rolls so that, like, she doesn't have a good she has bad revival cost. Guess what? This is 4. 4th revive. Come on, hit me. This is revive number 5. Revive number 6. This is revive number 7. Revive number 8. Revival number 9. Revival number 10. Revival number 11. Revival number 12. Revival number 13. Come on, man. Revival number 14. It's freaking blinking red. I'm that low. And if I theoretically play this stage good, I could probably still survive. But, you know, let's not do that. Oh my god, please. I am draining my thing as much as possible. And you're still not killing me. It took me 15 times to actually die. I revived 14 times and I was still alive. But we get the one, the only. We get. Jesus, I'm losing my train of thought. We get the super boss. And who better to do it with than your girl Kyoko? It is also the only stage where you travel to the left. Also, I love this background stuff. Here they are. Now, my opinion might change on this. We'll see how well I actually perform here. But I think Octavia is probably the hardest boss in the game. Even more than Walpurgisnacht. So, that's what that move is useful for. This move can be useful for stopping the wheels from approaching you. And it's very appropriate because Kyoko is the most appropriate character for this fight. What are you doing? Oh god, I hardly see them do this version of the move. It's been forever since it's been so long since I didn't even remember they had that one. I feel like is that rare or is that just my experience that I feel like I've never, like they do this one. Now, let me just clarify. This is not a unique property of that move. The wheels count as projectiles that have health. Oh, that was very bad because Octavia absorbed most of the hits on that. So I didn't actually get to shield myself against the wheels. Oh, I did not remember it being this common! These wheels only like take one hit, which is very useful for me. But like the other wheels do actually take some hits. Oh, you're gonna do the thing, aren't you? Are you not gonna do it yet? Oh, now you're gonna do it. So the reason why I think this... Well, okay. Where the heck are you? Get over here, fight me! Get over here, fight me! Sayaka! So, okay. I have to get... This Sword Strike is so powerful that it can one-shot you. Which I think is one of the reasons why I consider this fight to probably be one of, if not the hardest fight in the game. It's a pretty repetitive fight. Well, I mean, I guess most of the fights kind of are. That's not ideal. But, oof. Are you gonna drop? Oh, you're gonna do the slash again? How did that not hit me? I don't know if it only hits with the shockwave or not. But, that looked like it should have hit me. I love how all these attacks are just missing. It just... As long as you don't stand directly underneath the wheels, you will be fine. Because they just are allowed to cheat for that part. No, 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 no. Did you screen wrap? No, you didn't. Oh, there you are. There you are, Sayaka. Oh, god dang it! Wheels! So many for him! Also, did that just not have a hitbox once I damaged it? Yeah! You know that, that Valpurgis Knot gimmick about the health bar turning gray because you can't attack them? Apparently this boss has it too! Makes enough sense. Consistency. Didn't kill. Alright, let's finish this. Or not. Let's finish this. There is no reason to play this stage except for the novelty and, I mean, I guess you can get a level up. But otherwise, it's never necessary for anything. And if you're trying to get a good time in the game, well, you probably shouldn't play that. But, like, it's a I mean, if you died, your run's probably over as far as getting a good time. Especially with how long it took me to kill Sayaka. So yeah, I think Sayaka should be rebalanced. She can have the most health in the game because, you know, but I think she should have a greater revival cost than anyone else. She's the only one in the main timeline to turn into a witch. because of her own personal despair, and I think making it easier for her to, like, die by being reckless, this would be an appropriate way to reference that. Madoka kind of does it in the main timeline. It depends on when you count as the main timeline. Like, sure, technically the very beginning of the first episode, she becomes a witch off screen, because that's when she, you know, transforms. It's that timeline. Or at least it happens in that timeline, but you never see it until episode 10. Either way. But she doesn't actually turn into one in the main... Well, I guess you can also talk about part of episode 12, where like she becomes a witch bigger than the earth, but then she just shoots herself and it's okay. I honestly still don't understand that part of the show at all. If her whole wish, spoilers, is that to be able to prevent all witches from being born, why did she transform into a witch in the first place? To which she could, you know, shoot herself to purge herself of the grief. It's like, I don't get that part. Maybe I'm just not looking into it quite right, but to me that just seems like a major contradiction. Or like a weird contradiction. Rebellion is also kind of a contradiction, but I think that's a little bit different. Well, yeah, Rebellion's weird with regard to that. Because it's like... Homura was basically an unborn witch for, like, most of the movie. But you still see her transform into a witch, and Madoka fights her, so I don't get it. Wasn't her wish to prevent witches from being born? Or am I mistaken? What, did she ask for the power to eradicate witches? I don't remember which one it is. But I feel like I remember her saying that it was to prevent witches from being born. In which case, they're still born, but like, only her wish and Homura's wish get born. All of the magical girls in the past, their wishes just don't happen, period. It's just their soul gem just goes to black, and then she's like, don't worry, you're not going to suffer anymore. But like, for her, it's just like, no, if there's a witch. For Homura, there's a witch. And I don't get it. Like, I guess that's like the only plot hole I can really say for that show, because I think the show is otherwise pretty well constructed. I think that's personally a plot hole, in my opinion. Of course, we could just like retcon that and say that she wished for the ability to eradicate all witches, and so witches still can be theoretically born, but it still begs the question: why are her witch and Homura's witches the only ones that actually get born, but the other ones just get prevented entirely? It's just inconsistent to me. It is true. While it is a plot hole, the outcome is the same. So, yeah, it doesn't really affect the story. It's just weird to me. So let's backflip our way to victory, or stab the ground to victory. Stop doing it on top of the platform! Okay, almost fell into a pit again. Yeah, this is not a wall, by the way. I'm kind of bothered that it's not a wall because I've fallen off the side more times than I would like to admit. go. Just stab the ground, it'll work eventually. I don't want to jinx it, but have I not taken damage this whole fight? Should be able to throw a building on me this time. Hopefully. I heard old mommy hit the bucket. I'm very sorry about that. I love you, mommy. So sad. Yep, I think I just did that without taking a single hit. Call myself impressed or something like that. So yeah, this is easier with Kyoko than Sayaka, if you ask me. I think Sayaka probably struggles against this boss the most of the 5. And now for another ending. This is the Sayaka was the only one to die ending. Honestly, this is probably the happiest bad ending in the game. Like, it almost doesn't feel like a bad ending. So yeah, this is the Sayaka dies ending. You don't have to do Kyoko on that, but it will always be like Kyoko and Octavia because, you know, it's Sayaka. I can't believe it's been 3 hours already. I expected to be going faster than this. I might have to cancel, what I was going to do after this game, because I did have plans to do the Flash games after this, but this has been going longer than I was anticipating. I was expecting like 30 or 40 minutes per run, which, you know, would equate to like 2.5 to 3 hours. How many? 40? Or... oh, yeah. What do you mean one run of this game takes approximately 1 hour? Alright. Let's finish this off with Homura. We've had a projectile character, a melee character, a melee projectile hybrid, another melee character. Now we're back to just projectiles. So for Homura special, she uses a gun. It's actually her flight attack, but whatever. For her strong, she used a machine gun. For her side strong, she uses a missile launcher. And, you know, stuff. Alright. So let's talk her special. It's time stop. Do whatever move you want within the time stop besides time stopping again. Honestly, time stop probably has the most potential for like multiplayer shenanigans because like you can time stop and then do like a tier finale or like an arrow stack arrow rains and then just, you know, do whatever. Shoot. Unfortunately, like tier finale, it's also one of the most expensive specials. Christ, I'm not... Alright, you know, that is Homura's general weakness, besides the fact that she is the most frail character as far as health. She has the least health in the game, and it makes perfect sense because she just came out of the hospital. But I think Homura's main weakness is that she doesn't have any piercing attacks. She does have attacks that can hit enemies that are in clusters, but yeah. I mean, it makes sense that your thing doesn't recharge when time is stopped. Everything stops when time is stopped, except you. There are a couple of attacks I still haven't shown off yet, so let me try to get to them. Just not terribly useful right now. But I mean, if you do an aerial version of your up strong, you will just start, you know, eating some grenades. And if you do it in the air, if you do the down one, you plop one in front of you when you do a fancy jump, or you can throw it farther in the air. This is okay. I'll probably try to find it useful later. It's honestly something to probably keep doing when you're like moving forward, because it's like, I guess there's no real reason to not be using it, besides just wanting to walk like a regular person. But if you just want to like hop your way through the entire game doing nonsense like this, be my guest. So, you know, just be an explosive expert, steal all of these things from the Yakuza, because that's just what she does. She just steals explosives from the Yakuza, because, you know, where else are you gonna get explosives and all that? Oh shoot, I was not expecting more over there! Fortunately, this up strong does actually hurt behind you. And the explosives also... I'm pretty sure she steals explosives too, but yeah, she definitely gets the guns from the Yakuza, but... Well... Okay, these explosives the grenades she makes. But like, the frickin' rockets? No, she does not make those. No. That was a lot of tumbling. I'm gonna move over here. Oh, whoops, I just jumped right into that one. Out of here. Out of here. Dude, how much health do you... Yeah, of course that had to happen. Alright, time to have some fun. Because we got, like, the busted boss killer special, kinda, sorta. Maybe not as effective, but like, I don't know. Ha! You thought. I'm going to assume it's doing the scissors attack. Look at me, it's like I know this game somehow. What, you thought you were gonna live? Not on my watch. No, 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 no. This ain't Brawl, you're not allowed to trip. Not randomly, anyway. No footstooling either. This ain't Smash. Alright, you asked for it. Treasure was defeated, and let's proceed. Alright. Somebody called the exterminator because we got some rats! That is also a weakness of Homura, by the way. She's not exactly the best at attacking them. Because her rockets kind of go right above their heads. She does have other moves that she can use, but like, the rocket is like a go-to move. Side Strong is honestly just one of the best moves that you can use for most characters. It does work at point-blank range, don't get me wrong, but like, you're playing a projectile character. What were you expecting? Close quarters combat? I mean, if you want, but like... Admittedly, the machine gun is pretty sufficient. Look at that guy just run past me because of my poor move. How'd that miss? How did that not kill? How are you not dead? This is a rocket launcher. What? You thought you were gonna kill me? Fight me. Fight me, coward. Nice! That was an accident. Honestly, just being able to blow the crap up out of everything is kind of hilarious. Especially when you can time stop to set it up. No! Where are you? No. 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 What? You thought you were gonna get me? I don't think so. Sucker. I'm doing better. Oh, hi. I'm doing better in this stage than I was on the last one. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I guess you can use the grenades to pop up these guys, so that you can then hit them with something else. That ain't bad. Suckers! Oh, you know what this calls for. The game giveth, the game taketh. Get down here! Ha! Honestly, I love using like the mortar. You can't hide behind there, not from me. You thought you would live? I am committing so many war crimes right now, by the way. You're not supposed to kill the medic. Here I am, just killing all these mice dressed in nurse outfits. Not that Homura cares about war crimes when she's stealing from the Yakuza like nobody's business. Die. Dang, they all missed! Darn it! That would have been amazing. Oh, come. You'll get hit this time! Man, Charlotte is not dead yet. I'm surprised Charlotte didn't spawn on top of me. But maybe it just spawns in a certain location and that's why. What, you thought you could crush me? Aw, poor you. What did I get hit by?! Must have been a shockwave hitbox. What, you were expecting something? Oh, you wanted to crush me? So sad. Oh, you were gonna try to eat me? Well, I'm afraid I'm not that tasty. How did that miss? Oh, right, rising hitbox. Get burned! Oh, well that's not useful to me at all, now is it? God dang it! I'm just glad that's not like an actual insta-kill, it's just a revive insta-kill. Holy, that was because I pressed the special attack button. He's probably gonna be doing the long boy one. Yep. You better freaking die to this. Here we go. I succeeded where you couldn't, mommy, because I need to be a freaking kind of annoying sometimes. No, she totally deserved that. That was no. I don't know what I'm getting at anymore. Oh man, I'm so upset at Sayaka that she like tried to fight this witch. I'm so upset at Sayaka. I'm gonna just beat up the witch instead. Ah, it goes through walls. Oh yeah, by the way, it goes through walls. Very useful for this area in particular. The only place where walls matter. Except for that one time where they do matter, that isn't here, which is like nowhere. Just like they can't even get close to me. Oh, whoops, wrong attack. Alright, well, you know, let's sacrifice a grenade to the game. Let's give him one. I am the embodiment of chaos. Fear me! Damn. Train! Maybe no! Not gonna fall in that one. No thanks. Wow, idiot. Yeah, 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 Yeah! Recoil! It's a game mechanic! It's also what happens in real life! Twa! Twa! Oh. He's sad now. He left. He left because he lost his job! I made him unemployed! I'm sorry, what happened there? There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Thought my rocket just didn't go through the wall for some reason. I mean, I know normal rockets don't go through walls, but this is an exception. Beat the crap out of this guy in particular. Shoot. I don't like your tone. Oh, that's not fun. I'm just gonna do this so that I can avoid whatever that nonsense is. Oh yeah, it messes with the TVs. I am so gonna have to revive. Yep, alright, that's a revive. I don't know why that happens, but for some reason time stopping messes with the TVs in a way that I just am never ready for. Alright, let's hope for big damage. I'm gonna get shocked. Nope. Not if I have anything to say about it. Two, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if you want to be frickin' rude and unlikable, went ahead, dude. Well, that was like the worst time to do that. Well, prepare to die. Lovely. Alright. Homer is alright for this one. I mean, you just kind of just do this. Just start shooting mortars and rockets. That's really all you need to do here. Just time stop when they show up. Then just unleash your arsenal. That was kind of underwhelming. Oh, the rocket launcher is a lot stronger than the mortar now that I'm looking at it. Oh, that was... Oh, the mortar does not do as much damage as I thought it did. Okay, never mind. It does... I think it's just that the explosions have very variable damage. I think that's what that is, because like I'm sorry, how do you go from 40 to 80? That can't just be normal damage variance. Like the Rocket's doing like 30s now, and then it does like 59, 69, 84, 90. It's just got bonkers damage variance. I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. Like, I'm already kind of iffy about damage variance in like RPGs already. This is a bad joke, by the way, because this is a rocket propelled grenade and not a role-playing game. But you know. Yeah, never really been a fan of the like damage variance in those kind of games. It just kind of feels like unnecessary. It just feels unnecessarily messy. Like maybe it's because I'm too used to like games where damage numbers are like low. Like the Mario RPGs. Those are usually low damage numbers besides Mario RPG itself. Which I mean that was made by Square Enix anyway, so that doesn't count. But, like, you know. It just feels like it's unnecessary. I mean, it does add some... The randomness can be good, but, like, it can also be bad. And it's just like, I don't know, do you want that? That's the kind of game balance you want, where something can be good or it can be bad. At that point, just don't have it. Then at least people can make more calculated decisions instead of just like, it might, but it might not. Like, that's just obnoxious in my opinion. You like go what? Dragon. Oh, whoops. Goodbye. Oh, we still have a third room. Man, sometimes I forget because it's just like I thought it was done already. I like almost never use the machine gun at this point. It's just like, why use the machine gun? I guess it gives more consistent damage than the explosives, but you have to actually hit them with it. Also, for what it's worth, Homura's momentum attacks can be useful for dodging stuff, as I may or may not have demonstrated already. Oh yeah, also for some reason the sound effect for the machine gun is different when you're in the air versus when you're on the ground. And I don't really know why. It just kind of is. Like here it is on the ground. And on in the air. Oh, tree. Yeah, I think the machine gun is different. It's not very good to show in this place of all places. But it just also kind of begs the question, why? Because there's no character who's like neutral attack that changes in the air. I guess you could theoretically try to test if one's stronger or not. But I don't know. Like, this is doing like probably 13 on average. Maybe the aerial one is slightly weaker? I don't know. It doesn't matter most of the time. Yeah, about that. About that little move you got there. How dare you? I hope this can kill. No, not even remotely close. What do you mean, no? Oh. That's just the radial one. That means like nothing to me. Watch these on this. There we go. That wasn't so bad. I mean, it was a little iffy, but alright. Here we go. Let's do the one thing Homebrew really wanted to do, but couldn't. Defeat Walpurgisnacht. Nice. So that's where a machine gun looks normally. And then here she takes out like a black one in the air. Like, I don't know. Maybe like... Okay, well, besides instead of questioning why they're different, let's just say how they're different. I'm gonna say that like the grounded one is probably like supposed to be from the military because like it's all green and stuff. And it's even got like the thing on the bottom to balance it when you're in like a sniper position. And then the one that you use in the air is probably like a Yakuza one. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. Although, where would she get a military machine gun anyway? Japan doesn't have an army anymore because of World War II. So I don't know, maybe my idea doesn't hold as much water as I was thinking. I don't know, it's freaking green. It's like camo. Can you girls like get out of here? I need to see my girl Madoka. Wow. Also, I guess if it's worth pointing out, the magical girls that use projectiles against you look awfully similar to Madoka. Well, I'm glad that panned out. I used to say the melee ones looked like Sayaka, but on closer inspection, not really. They look like they have afros or something. Or just like very poofy hair, which like none of the characters really have. You know, I probably should have done this while they were still in the air. Ah, dang, I was hoping I could have continued my streak of not taking damage. Time to die, suckers! Oh, well, I guess if that happens. Ah, shoot. That was not good. I'll just do this, it'll work eventually. What are they gonna do? Stop me? The answer is yes, apparently. One of them did in fact stop me. Oh, that's not what I meant. Machine gun! Yeet. Ha! Ha! Not sure how much of a reason there is to use the normal pistol over the machine gun, but you know, sometimes you kind of just feel like using it. Oh, hi. Stop kicking me, it's not nice. Kicking? I want to do some kicking. Ah, dang, that missed. Admittedly, the machine gun is pretty good for crowd control. I mean, so is the rocket launcher, but, you know, not all the time. Get most of them! Get all of them! Do it! Won't believe this. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why I just went into Arnold mode there, but get to the chopper. And I love fighting enemies that I can't see because they're off screen. Get wrecked. Alright, hopefully I can survive this one. My soul gem isn't like completely black like it was with Mommy, but still a pretty decent chance that I might just fail. I momentarily forgot the controls. Oh my god, stop. I was like pressing space to jump. It's like, what the heck's wrong with me? Ah, shoot! That got me. Okay, as many of these in. Stop teleporting! Alright. Might have to deal with that attack one more time. But after this, it should be good. Don't time stop too early, though. Otherwise, it'll just be a waste. There we go. This time I won't waste it like I did last time. You generally want to time stop and try to kill the little magical girl minion at the same time. So, like, make sure you do that. Or at least get pretty close to killing them. Alright, I'm gonna commit something. Ah, shoot. Alright, well, I hope I don't get hit. They might do the building drop on me. Okay, that's not really great. Don't be near the mouth, though. No, 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 no. Alright, doing the building drop. Shoot that building, show it who it's boss. Let's try to stand in the middle this time so we can see my glorious face when I win. Nope. Don't care, don't care, don't care. I should have cared a bit. Anyway, there's no way I'm gonna fail. I'm still all the way to the right, dang it. That's how this usually ends. Yay, Mommy's here! Yes, Ike is here! Walpurgisnacht is over. Alright. That's it for grief syndrome, I guess. I really did want to do more stuff tonight, but it's been almost 4 hours. So I think this is probably a good time to end. And I will do that more stuff later.